on growing some pole beans, you really need to grow them on a trellis. Look at this, I planted some pole beans. I have my trellis under here, one of those PVC pipe trellises. But look at that, they just keep growing up and up and up. They're about 7-8 feet tall already, and they're starting to blossom. The thing is, pole beans really need to climb up something if they're going to grow good beans. You see all these blossoms, I'll give you a close-up, and they're going to start producing beans like crazy right away. So here are some nice blossoms on the pole beans. You see here's a group here and here. There's a tiny baby bean right there, and I'm sure there's some bigger ones in here if I just looked, but I don't know where they are. But as you see, they don't start to produce until they get up a little bit higher on the trellis, and then they really start to blossom as they go up higher. You see all the way up to the top. They just kind of coil around each other and keep climbing just like Jack and the Beanstalk. So what's the difference between pole beans and bush beans? Pole beans, you need them to climb up some sort of trellis like I showed you my pole beans were growing on. They need to grow up before they start producing the beans really well. Bush beans, they'll grow about 1 or 2 feet off the ground. They will climb up some short trellises because they send out these shoots, but really bush beans are great if you don't want to grow on trellises because they'll produce a ton of beans without actually crawling up. And they keep producing and producing, usually a few crops for you. It's best if you pull off the beans when they're about 3.5 inches long so that they can keep blossoming and producing more beans. So let me give you a closer look and see what my beans look like already. As you can see, these are the yellow bush beans. They grow really well. Look how many beans are on there. You can just pull all these off. They look ready to eat already. You want to pull them off before they get too much bean formation, because then you don't want to, unless you actually want to grow them for beans, then you can let them grow until they actually turn hard and dry out, then you can actually keep the beans. But if you want to eat them fresh like this, then pick them before they actually start getting bean formation. This is actually the perfect time. You just turn them around backwards, give them a little push like that, and they pop right off, just like that. They taste great too. Really sweet, nice to eat. You see there's a ton of beans everywhere. They grow a lot of beans. A really cool thing, if you like putting colorful things in your salad, is these purple beans. They're actually called Burgundy beans. Let me pick one here, you'll see it nice and purple like that, and they actually taste really good as well. So look them up in your garden market. Burgundy beans, they grow really well. Actually, they grow better than all the other ones I plant here, and they produce a lot as well. But yellow, burgundy, I also plant some green beans here. I don't know, there's probably some hiding in there. But yeah, give it a try. I love beans, they're so good fresh. And if you want them to actually make beans to use later during the season, let them totally grow out and dry out, and then you can harvest the beans once they're dry. Today we'll show you how you can make a cheap trellis for yourself in the garden. Now, a lot of plants can grow on trellises, from cucumbers, peas, pumpkins, beans, string beans, pole beans.